Yes, now people, it's your boy, Key Loco, and we're back with another episode of The Grow Room. So, sorry man's in the vest right now, I just got in from work. So, just took the t-shirt off, because I actually wore the t-shirt in one of my other videos, so I was like, I'm trying to not wear the same top as if I can, so that I can tell which one's which, you know what I mean? But, I was feeling rough yesterday, I can't lie. Still been a bit chesty today, but I've been coughing my guts up all day at work, and I got on the Covornia and the Floridix, and it actually has patterned me up, do you know what I mean? It's actually helped, so big up to Floridix and big up to Covornia. But yeah, I was just going to say, then I was like, I'm not going to do a video on my music tonight because it's work night, I'm going to do it. But then I was like, I'm not even doing one about my music. Remember we said that I would do one about my friends that had passed away. So, let's have a look. I need to write people's names down because there's been a couple of them. So we got... I'm trying to think of who died in which order, do you know what I mean? So I'm starting from the first and then... did anyone know? Okay, so we've got Rolly, Carlos. I think Gilly was the next one. Pete. Simon. Nathan. Ruben. I'll put my man in there as well. I forget I'll put my man in there as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Mad. Is that everybody? I'm tired. You know what I mean? My brain's fighting conkers. But fuck it. If I missed anybody out, I'm sure people will tell me. So, let's start with who's the first person that I knew who passed away. Now, I weren't close with this kid, but the fact that we were like 14, 15 at the time was a bit of a mad thing for it to happen. I remember Nath definitely knew him, like, because we used to go to Spring Cottage and Tween Dykes and around them areas and stuff sometimes. We used to knock about East Hull. But there was a lad called Rolly. He was the first kid who I kind of knew died. He was murdered. From what I remember, a bunch of Orchard Parkers went onto Branzome. So Orchard Park is an estate on Northall. Then you've got Branzome next to it, which has North Branzome and then Branzome. Branzome at one point was the biggest council estate in Europe. I think it got beaten by somewhere in Germany, I'm not sure, but it gives you a scale of what it's like. Paul Rowley was he weren't even like that either. He weren't even that type of kid. Like, he was never really... Because when you're about and you're outside, you know who's a bad boy and who's just normal kids, do you know what I mean? And Rowley weren't a bad boy. Like, he was a good kid. Like, he was a good lad. And a bunch of Branzomers, as I remember it. Because in Hull, it's not like in London where you've got gangs from different areas. Like, sometimes like a group of kids will just go onto a different estate just to cause bother. And this time they just went too far and he got beaten to death. So that was a shock to us, do you know what I mean? Because we were still young. We was like, fucking hell, like, you don't even really comprehend death at that age. And then a few years later, I was going out with a bird, and her mate at the time had a boyfriend. He was from another school, but a couple of my mates played football with him, so I kind of knew him. He used to come out with us, you know, like when everyone goes drinking on park at like 13, 14, 15, 16, however old you are. And he used to come out with us sometimes. His name was Carlos. He was another good lad. He wasn't a bad boy, he wasn't a dickhead. He was a nice kid, do you know what I mean? Played football, he was just a normal lad. And he one night, he must have been about 17, 18, because he was driving. And he's got pissed up, I don't know where he was or whatever. He's driving home, bang, hit a taxi. And I think it killed him, do you know what I mean? I remember going to his funeral. Because my boy Max, he played with him. A couple of my mates played football with him. But he was a good kid. That again was weird. Like he didn't really not comprehend it, but he didn't sink in properly. Do you know what I'm saying? And then this is like after that, like that's when the death started to like not take a toll on me, but they started to become closer to home. They started to get closer and closer to the people that I knew. I feel like there's somebody missing, but anyway, we'll crack on. So the next person is a kid called Gilly. Chris Gill. I actually knew him from primary school. Like we grew up together. I went to all of primary with him, and then he went to a different high school. Me and my mate, we went to Southie, and him and a couple of other kids in my primary went to a school called Witheransea. And like my mum didn't want me to go to With because she was like, "You'll fucking be worse than you already are if you go to Witheransea." So they sent me to Southie. I didn't fucking behave there either, to be honest. You know what I mean? But there was better looking girls at Southie, so it was alright. Do you know what I mean? But Gilly was like, I fucking loved the kid, but I hated him at the same time because he was like I said in the other video, I was like, sometimes your friends are your bullies. Like Chris Gill used to bully the fuck out of me, bruv. Like, because the thing is with me, like there were many people in my area that I couldn't batter. Do you know what I mean? So when there was someone that I couldn't beat in a fight, I was pissed. Do you know what I mean? And Chris Gill was one of them people because he was fucking tall as fuck. You know them kids that have got strength from young, like him and my best mate at the time, a kid called Ollie Musgrove. They were like the jocks of the school. Like they would take it in turn to fucking win sports day. One year Chris would win it, one year Ollie would win it. They were both rugby players, both bare athletic, do you know what I mean? And he used to bully the fuck out of me, bro. He was horrible. He was a prick. He was a prick, do you know what I mean? And it's like, I hated him. But it's like, when your man makes you go play with someone, it's like, you gotta go to his house, and you're like, I'm like, I fucking like this kid, do you know what I mean? But I knew his mum and everything. Like, one of the worst things I've ever experienced was being at his funeral, and his mother was like, when they was getting her out of the funeral car, like, she was a mess. And it was horrible, do you know what I mean? Because we're getting old, we was getting older. Like, I think I'd just come home from Australia, so I was about 19, 20, 21, something like that. And the wail that she made when she came out of the car, it was blood curdling. Like, people shouldn't hear those noises, do you know what I mean? It's not a nice noise to hear, especially when you know them well as well, do you know what I mean? Like, we grew up together, like, I knew everybody at the funeral. Like, and it was mad because I always had this little, like, not rivalry with him, because he beat me at everything. He was cleverer than me, he was faster than me, he was harder than me, he was stronger than me, better at sport. Excuse me. I think the only thing I did better than him was pull beds. But I don't know, because I never saw him at high school, do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't speak to him. And then, I think this was when, like, let me start again. I wasn't on Facebook straight away. Like, when the kids call it active. When you're active, you don't have social media. Well, we didn't when I was younger, do you know what I mean? Like, no phone cameras, all that shit. So no, do you know what I mean? I don't know why the kids are all on, but that's a different story. So it was like, I didn't have any social media. So when I went to Australia, it weren't like now where you can just FaceTime people in different countries. It was bare hard to get in touch with people. So I was like, I got Facebook back just so I could like chat to people back home and like try to chat birds up, do you know what I mean? That's what I started using it for. And it was like, I don't know if it was when I was out there or when I came home, and I was like, do you know what, fuck it. And I messaged him, like, friend requested, whatever. And it was like, I was going to say to him, oh, let's link up, do you know what I mean? Like, we're going up now, do you know what I mean? Let's like, not patch things up, because I never fell out with him. But it was like, you know what I mean? Let's rekindle, whatever. And I didn't even get a chance to do that, man. He from what I know, I don't know if this story is true, but I believe that he'd had an argument with his missus flown out on his bike. He had like a Yamaha R6 or something like that. He's flown out on his bike. I think he's got to a certain point and been like, I ain't even got any leathers on. Let me go home and change. As he's coming back, he'd gone round the bend and the fucking Arctic lorries just fucking cleaned him out, do you know what I mean? And that was a weird one. That was because you got to remember as well, like, he wasn't a geek, you know what I mean? He wasn't a muppet, he wasn't a bad lad. He was a very clever kid, like, he was doing, like, engineering or some next level shit, do you know what I mean? Like, he weren't a muppet. Good job, bad. I mean, you drive around a Yamaha R6, bro, at like 20-something years old, you must be making bread, do you know what I mean? Like, living good, like, good life, and then just... So it was crazy to me. I was like, how was he died and I'm still here? I was like, that don't make no fucking sense to me. I was like, wow. So that kind of, like, hit me. That was probably the first one that hit me. Like, I remember I got, after the funeral, or was it the wake? I can't remember, because I went back to my home village. Because, like, where I'm from in Hull, like, I'm off East Hull, but I moved to East Hull when I was, like, 18, 19. I lived in the villages when I was younger. When I was a kid, I grew up in a village called Caingham. Then we moved to Heddon, which is just at the bottom of Heddon Road, which is, like, the main vein through East Hull, apart from Holderness Road. So, I didn't move to... I forgot why I even brought up East Hull. I don't know. But anyway, what was I saying then? I've actually forgotten. That's what I'm saying, my head just forgets things randomly. What was I talking about? Like, living in Eden. Oh, that was it, yeah. So I went back to the village in it, where I was originally from, and like went to the boozer there and like spent some time with like my friend Keisha. I've got a friend called Keisha. It's been like my oldest friend. Like, I've known her forever, do you know what I mean? And we just got drunk and just like celebrated his life, do you know what I mean? Like, it was a weird one, that one. It really was a weird one. But big up to Gilly. R.I.P. to him, do you know? It's mad. It is still mad when I think about it. It's mad when I look at this list, bro. I can't believe there's fucking 11 people on it. And then it starts getting closer and closer to home. So the next person that died was, I had a mate called Pete England. Big up to him. That's my boy from down south. He was from like Devon, Cornwall, like them sides. And I met him when I was living in Magaluf. I was doing a season over there, and I remember I was working at this bar called Mambo's. It's like a beach bar that people go to during the day. They go in the night time, but it's better during the day. So I'm working there as a PR, trying to get people into the bar and stuff. And I remember this kid just pulled up in a taxi, got out, he's got his papers in his hand, he's walking up to the bar, and I'm like, you alright, mate? I'm like, what's that, your fucking CV? Just taking the piss out of the paper he's got in his hand, and he's like, oh no, it's my discharge papers. I've just got out of hospital. I overdosed last night. So I'm thinking, because we're in Party Central, my man's just took too many of them and gone spazzy. No, he actually tried to kill himself. Basically, the bar opposite was called Office. He was working there as a DJ, got sacked, and then tried to off himself. I was like, what? But he didn't tell me this at the time. I found this out later. So I'm still thinking that my man's just fucking got on it too much and then keeled off it, you know what I mean? So I took him into the bar. He's trying to get a job as a DJ. So I introduced him to my gaffer, this, that, and the third. And I got him a job. And the thing with Pete is, I love Pete to death. Like, I fucking love him to death, but he's a fucking idiot, man. He used to drive me up the wall. Like, if you know me, you know I can't stand idiots. Like, I can't deal with idiots. If you're dumb as fuck, stay away from me, because I can't deal with you. Because of people like Pete. People like Pete driving me up the fucking wall, do you know what I mean? Like, I remember one time, like, just little dumb things. Like, I remember I was in the kitchen with him, and as I've turned this way, he's opened the cupboard and took some out of it and just left the cupboard door open. So I turned around and just mashed my head on the cupboard and like actually bust my head open. I was like, you're a fucking idiot. So I brought him under my wing, and he's living with me and my mates, and we're kind of showing him the ropes, because he's not really like us, you know what I mean? He's a bit of a geek, but he's a nice kid. So I'm like, you know what, you're a good lad, you can be around us, whatever. And he just caused me fucking headache, bro. He just caused me so much fucking headache. I remember being at work one day and someone come running down and was like, oh, you need to come quick, Pete, it's Pete. Now, this guy's got epilepsy, so he's not supposed to do certain things. So I said to him the night before, don't take those ecstasy pills. Those ecstasy pills will fuck you up. Do not do those drugs. He's not listening to me. He's doing them, showing off in front of my other friends. The next day, I'm at work. My man's at the top of the street, having a fucking fit. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, fucking, I decided to come get him. Luckily, his sister was on the island at the time. And she came and sorted him out and took him to hospital and stuff like that. And me and him got into some scrapes together, I'll be honest. Like, we lived together for ages. Like, I remember one time, I went home for a month to try and get my girlfriend back. Because I had a missus at the time. I'd left her to go to Magaluf. And when I came back, I was like trying to get her back and she didn't want to know. So I fucking booked a flight and went back again. In this time period, I'd been living in a flat with my mate Mountain, a kid called Joam, a kid called Alex. What's Alex's last name? I always forget people's last names. But my mate Alex, my mate Joe, my mate Mountain, and Pete. Pete lived with us. And I remember when I came, we rented it off a guy called CJ Bested. Yeah, we used to call him CJ the Bastard. And I remember I left. The flat was fine before I left. Like, I've got loads of stories about Magaluf, but that's a different thing. So, I've left, fucked off home. I've come back. The yard is a shithole, bro. Like, I've never seen anything like it. I'm like, yo. I'm like, I'm gone. I'm not staying here, bro. Fuck this shit. This led to the Guardia being after me. I had the Guardia looking for me because my name's on the fucking signatures. I remember him ringing me. He was like, you owe me bread. I was like, I don't owe you shit, bro. I was like, I'm not even fucking in the country. He's like, you owe me rent. I was like, I don't live there, bro. I was like, I ain't been there for a month. I was like, fuck off. But when I came back, it was hunting me down, man. And I was working at my usual job. I ended up leaving there. I had police coming, not police, Guardia coming, looking for me at my work, asking for me. So I had the Guardia looking for me. Because these idiots had wrecked the fucking flat and then fucked off. That's it, Joe and Alex had fucked off, yeah. Left Pete there. I was like, oh my days. So we got another yard. Living with my mate Phil Lacey. And Mazza Coops and Dookie. Like, we all lived together in the wedding cake. If you're from Maga, you know the wedding cake. It's a fucking tower block. We were living in there. And again, I'm the only one paying rent. So I'm paying my rent every month to a bed called every week to a bed called Sherry, yeah. None of the other lads are paying the fucking rent. So I'm thinking that the rent's getting paid. Now, next thing you know, oh, we're getting kicked out, lads. I was like, you're taking the piss, bro. I was like, why? Oh, the rent hasn't been paid. I was like, so who the fuck have I been paying fucking 75 quid a week to? Do you know what I mean? I was like, I would have kept him. I knew you weren't paying. So it's like, right, okay, fair enough. But now, it's got peak. So there's, one guy's not a gangster. The other guy's a gangster, like an actual gangster, like walked around with guns and shit. Like I remember seeing him walk somebody down on the strip with a strap. But this is before. Oh no, this is afterwards. So they're now looking for us. And I'm like, and I'm a bait guy, do you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows Rambo. Like, they all know me. It's like, so it's like, oh, it's Rambo, it's his mates. I'm always getting the fucking blame. And the worst thing is, Phil Lacey, you fucking motherfucker, you know? Phil Lacey, on the day they all moved out, instead of just taking their shit and leaving, Phil Lacey got fucking fake tan spray and wrote, Darambo, loves, Cherry on the wall in fake tan. I was like, you fucking motherfucker, like, what the fuck, bro? So now, got the Guardia looking for me because of the other flat, and now I've got two gangsters, well, one old man and a gangster looking for me. And I remember, like, we had to break into the flat to get my stuff back. So I'm there with my suitcase, managed to break in, get everything, wangle it out, bang, 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 and we're out. Now we're walking up. If you've ever been to Magaluf, where Boomerangs is, or is it Banana? What's that? So where the wedding cake is, the road turns into a T. You can go up that way and go up towards like Pamanova or whatever it is. So you go up there, and there's like a big block of flats right at the top. Little Chinese woman called Mary Lou. my mate's like, oh, I've got us a place we can stay at. We're cushed it. Mary Lou, take us in. It's just me and you. I was like, all right, sweet, fuck it. Bro, the day that we broke in to get my suitcase and that back, I swear going up this side, my man, I keep nearly saying his name, and I don't want to say his name because he's probably still active, do you know what I mean? But my man and the other dude are walking on the opposite side of the road, and me and Pete are in behind the cars trying to shuffle along so they don't see us. Get to the yard, boom, sorted. We've got a place to live now, do you know what I mean? So me and him stayed there for ages, and like, it was rough, bro. I remember one of my, like, the one that we was living in first, there was only one bedroom. And because Pete patterned it, and because he was paying everything, he got the room. So I slept in the kitchen, bro. Now, the kitchen is the size of a fucking single bed, bro, because that's what was in it. There was nothing else. There was no sink. There was no cupboards, nothing. There was like this... It couldn't have been in the worst place. It was like a big pipe coming out the wall, yeah, but it was snapped, so it was sharp. And it was right where my bed was. So, like, if you roll one side that way, it's going to stab you in the side. So you got to, like, sleep, like, this way always, because it's wet and it's cold and it's jabbing you in the fucking side. And we stayed there for ages, man. That yard was a shithole. And we was there for time. I remember even when I came back, when I was leaving, I don't know where Pete had gone. I don't even know. I wasn't even living with him. But Mary Lou, actually, she knew what my situation was. She knew how many people was looking for me. And she just felt sorry for me, do you know what I mean? She let me stay in the yard for free. And when it came for me to go and get my bus to the airport to go home, she came to the bus stop with me. Bear in mind, it's like a 4-foot little Chinese old lady. She's like this big, like, and she giving me a bottle of water. But she was a badass. Like, she went sweet or innocent. She was like, motherfucker, you fucking motherfucker. Like, she was a G, do you know what I mean? And then we came home. And then it was like, Pete was saying to me, oh, I'm going to move to Hull, And it was like, at the time, and not to sound like that guy, but the people that I was hanging around with were not good people. Like, they were not nice people. Like, some of the people that I was around were not nice people. And Pete didn't like us. He was a soft youth. Like, he was a nice guy. He was a good lad, you know what I mean? And it was like, I didn't want him to move to Hull because I knew them lot would have bullied him. And that's the truth of the matter. They would have done. They would have terrorised him. And they'd have been miserable. And it was like, I can't let you do that, bro. I like you. You're a good kid. Stay down in Devon. Do you know what I mean? Don't come up here. These lot are assholes. And I ignored his phone calls. Didn't want to answer him. Then one day they stopped. And then I got a message of, who was it who told me? One of the lads from Maga was like, oh, have you heard about Pete? And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he's hung himself. I was like, you fucking what, bro? And I remember the first thing I thought was like, all these fucking attempts you've had, and now you finally done it, you fucking idiot. I was like, you fucking idiot. And I blamed myself for ages, so I was like, maybe if I'd have answered the phone, I could have talked him down. But then I was like, if I'd have answered the phone and he'd have moved down here, then I would have fucking blamed myself because these lot would have bullied him and he would have fucking done it then, do you know what I mean? And it's like, he was a good mate of mine. He was a good lad. Like, I liked him a lot. And it was like, he used to piss me off. That's what it was. He used to piss me off. He used to do dumb shit and I used to be always mad at him. I'd be like, always fucking winding me up. And this was like his final thing to wind me up, just fucking doing something stupid like killing himself when there was no need to, do you know what I mean? But in the same breath, it's like, you don't know what people are going through, man. You can't decide whether or not they should kill themselves. Obviously, you don't want them to, but you don't know what people are dealing with. Like, and it takes a lot of knackers to do that. Especially hanging yourself, you know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot to do that shit, bro. And it's like, fuck. I was like, that's fucking mental. And then, to be fair, I don't know if I've got this right in the timeline. Some of these people might have died before each other, I'm not too sure. But the next one is my mate Simon Cleek, as we called him, because he was in a band called The Cleeks with Samba and Cooper. And I'll be real, bro, they were sick. Like, they were a proper indie band. Like, they were rock stars, do you know what I mean? Like, you know when someone's naturally a rock star? Like, none of this fake pretending, just dressing up for the clout. This guy was a rock star through and through. Like, he went to jail. He had a shitting welly toilet. Like, he was a bad man, do you know what I mean? And he was this skinny... I'll put a picture of him all up anyway, but you'll see him. He's a skinny blonde guy with emo glasses and just fucking... He was a chap. He was a fucking chap, bro. He wears skinny jeans and still fucking swing at you, do you know what I mean? Like, he weren't scared of nobody, bro. He was off Long Hill, do you know what I mean? He was a G. And it was like, certain people, like... I have certain people in my life that when I don't see them for ages, but then when I see them, it's like nothing's changed, you know what I mean? Like, you just have that instant, like, connection. Like, he was one of them people with Simon, and I fucking loved him. And it was like, I was glad that I got to see him before he passed away, because I'd not seen him for ages, and there was like a new drug around everyone was doing. It was called MCAT. You might remember it. It came and ruined everyone's life in Hull for about 4 years, do you know what I mean? And it was like, Simon, he was on it with us, do you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was bang on it. But the thing about MCAT is the come down for it is so horrendous. Like, I think what happened was, I think his come down was so fucking bad that everything just got on top of him. And it was Cooper that found him. The drummer, Cooper, he found him. And same as Pete Young himself. And that was devastating for me, because I love that kid. Especially when you see the potential in somebody and you know they're going to go far, and it just don't happen because of whatever the fuck. And it's like, bro, like, I miss him a lot. Like, I have genuine love for that kid. Like, I genuinely liked him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a good friend to me, and he was a good guy. A lot of good memories with him. A lot of funny times, you know what I mean? He was just a character, man. Just lit up a room. Like, I don't know anybody who didn't like him. And if you didn't like him, you were probably a muppet, you know what I mean? But that was deep. Like, I ended up getting quite close with his mum, because obviously, like, she was fucking going through it, and we ended up connecting over, like, Facebook or whatever it was at the time. And I would chat to her and stuff, and it was just, like, how do you even console your mate's mum? Do you know what I mean? What do you even say? Like, it's deep, man. Like, I do miss him. I miss him a lot. He was a good fucking kid, man. A real good kid. And a nice lad as well. He was funny as fuck, bro. Do you know what I mean? And talented, bro. The Cliques, man. If you go listen to Whose Side Are You On by The Cliques. Banger, bro. Absolute banger. That guy knew how to rock a house, bro. On a fucking battered old guitar, do you know what I mean? The whole place would be going off, bro. Welly, Lamp, like, it was sick, mate. It was sick. I miss it. I don't miss them days, but I miss him. Who else we got here? And then Nath, man. My fucking dog, man. Like, I don't even know what to say about Nathan, man. Like, Nathan needs his own video, do you know what I mean? Like, that was my best friend. That was my brother. That was my road dog. That was my Cody. That was my everything, bro. Like, that was, like, don't get it twisted. Like, I've always been a chap, do you know what I mean? But Nathan showed me the way. Nathan taught me the ropes, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how to explain him, bro. He was an enigma. Like, his aura was off the charts. Like, all the girls fancied him. All the lads either wanted to be mates with him or they hated him. And they probably hated him because they wanted to be mates with him, do you know what I mean? Like, you can't even be mad at him. Like, before he died, we weren't speaking. I fell out with him. And when I spoke to his ex, Robin, she was like, he didn't even fucking know, do you know what I mean? Because that's the sort of kid he is. She was like, he's jealous of your beard. Because he'd been seeing I had a beard and he can't grow one. And it was like, I fucking loved that boy, bro. Like, my man protected me when we was on road. I protected him. Like, we fucked bitches together. We fought people together. We robbed things together. We got arrested together. Actually, no, I never got nicked with Nath. I got chased with Nath, but I never actually got pinched with him. We always got away. But it's like, I don't know how to explain it, like, the essence of youth, the essence of, like, growing up and just, like, being out for the first time. Like, I roamed all of Hull. Like, I was a street kid from young. Like, I was outside, bro. Like, I was never in. I was always outside, no matter where I lived. And when I got that moped, I'd leave Headon, because I had beef in Headon, so I couldn't really hang out in Headon, because it was like 30 fucking heads after me. Go all the way to Bilton. Start in Bilton, that was our home base. Like, if you know EHE, we was in Bilton, do you know what I mean? Bilton, Spring Cottage, Swiss Cottage, Green Island, not fucking Green Island, Fleet Estate, Bilton Grange Estate, and Long Hill Estate. Those were our, like, main, I won't say territories, because it's not like a gang, do you know what I mean? We know everybody on there. We'll go and link a couple of girls off BG, or we'll go see Downsy and, like, Amphilf and Eamon and Freeman and that from Long Hill. And, like, even, like, the older lot knows, because, like, Nathan's dad was Paul Penner. So we know, like, Mally Sainsbury and Dinger and all the big heads and things like that. And we were just the younger generation, do you know what I mean? We were just little shits coming up, like, just wild, just out there, just causing fucking havoc, do you know what I mean? Like, but we were lovable rogues, like, and it's like, I've got so many stories about Nathan, man. Like, I don't even know where to begin with him, bruv. Like, he's a fucking beautiful kid, man. Like, and I miss him. And it's like, it fucking, it hurts me that he's not here. It does, but it hurts me more that I was like, he was such a fucking G, do you know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. Like, he's got a brother called Josh, who's younger than us, but he's harder than us. He used to beat us all up, do you know what I mean? And Josh was, like, proper straight-head. Like, don't fuck about, not fucking doing all this street shit that we're doing. He's not coming out drinking. He's not getting into trouble. He's got that rugby ball, and he's fucking focused on it. I remember, like, Nath used to disappear from time to time. He used to just be gone. You wouldn't know where the fuck he was. He'd disappear for months at a time. But because I'm close with the family, and because I'm there every day, I would be going to the house still. So I'm hanging around with Josh, because he's only a year below us anyway, so I'd be out with Josh quite a lot. I remember one time, Josh was like, we just sat on the wall, and Josh had a rugby ball, and I think I was smoking a zoot or something. And I don't think I offered it to him, because he's Josh, he's my younger brother. Like, I would never offer him a spliff or anything like that. But he was like, I don't know how the conversation started, but he was like, you think I don't want to be out here with you lot causing this and doing this? He's like, but this is more important. And he had the ball in his hand, he went, this is how I'm getting out. He was like, this is what I'm going to fucking do. And I believed him. I was like, I believe you, bro. I back it. I was like, you're one of the best fucking hookers I've ever seen. Like, you're sick at rugby. But this is what my point was. Josh grafted his fucking ass off to get there. To be that person. He's one of the biggest hookers in the world now, do you know what I mean? He's one of the most fucking respected rugby players there is. Fucked off to fucking Australia, bro. He's played for Great Britain. He's done all kinds of mad shit. I think he lives there now, even. But Nath had talent, bro. He was naturally gifted. Whereas Josh grafted. Josh was a fucking beast, do you know what I mean? Just grafted until he got sick. Whereas Nath was like, he was just natural with it. But he was like that with everything. Anything he touched turned to gold, bro. But he just decided to touch things and turn them to shit. But I'll get into that in a second. And it's like, he was always crazy. He was always a crazy kid. You know what I mean? We used to get into all kinds of scrapes together. But it went until his funeral and his auntie Sasha. Oh no, it wasn't Sasha. It was his grandma, his nana. His nana said something, and he was like, "Yeah, that's all right, but you want to try living a day in my head, nana." And that's when it dawned on me. I was like, this guy had ADHD, bruv. I was like, it all makes sense now. I was like, a guy couldn't sit still to save his life. Can't concentrate on nothing. Struggled with, like, normal shit, like paying bills, having a job, this, that, and the third. And it's like, when you can't really, I don't know how to word it, not communicate, but when you can't fathom normal everyday life, you do end up in jail, you do end up on road, you do end up on the dole, you do end up getting sacked, you end up being out your head, you do, all these things happen, do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know what happened fully the night that he died. I have a rough idea, but out of respect for the family, I'm not going to speak about it because I don't know the full story. But top and bottom of it is this. The police were called and Nathan was recalled back to jail. Recall is when you've just come out of jail and you're on license. If you do anything to fuck up, they'll recall you, and it's like you just get took straight back to jail. Now, this is at Christmas, bearing in mind. My birthday is on the 23rd of December. He got recalled on the 20th or the 21st, whichever it was. And then he hung himself that night in jail. And if you know Hull jail, it's a fucking horrible jail, bro. It's not a nice place. Like, it's an old Victorian, cold, stinking, horrible fucking shithole. And my best mate spent his last breaths in there, thinking that no one cared about him. There's nothing I could do about it. And I miss him every fucking day, bro. I've got the tattoo on my back. Let me see if you can see it. You see it there? That's it. You see it? I don't know if you can see it. It's like just his initial with like his date of birth and the day passed. And it's like I remember I remember where I was. Like I was going through it at the time as well. Like I was having a fucking terrible year. Like my fucking girlfriend had left me. Like I remember she was like, "You're a fucking drug dealer," like just being a bitch to me. She cheated on me, fucked off with another guy. I was like, alright, cool. Guess I'm gonna deal with this then. And then my fucking cat died. And I was devastated about that, bro. I'll be honest. If you got an animal, you know what it's like, bro. My cat died. I fucking sobbed for weeks, bro. Like, I couldn't put his food bowl away for 2 weeks, bro. His food bowl stayed out for 2 weeks. I couldn't put it away. And then Dave died, and I was like, for fuck's sake, bro. I was like, fuck this place, bro. Fuck everybody, do you know what I mean? As far as I didn't fucking put two in my own head, do you know what I mean? But, and it was like, basically, my missus had left me. And it was my 30th birthday coming up, and I was like, am I fuck being by myself for my 30th? Do you know what I mean? So I rang this stripper up who I knew, and I was like, I'm gonna come have a dirty weekend with her, do you know what I mean? So rings her up, gets my flight booked, flies to hers. She comes and picks me up, bumping Cardi B in the car, do you know what I mean? I'm like, it's about to go off this weekend. And then, like, the next day, I think it was either Chris Hayes or Jordan Kirk. I can't remember which one it was. Big up to Sanny Boy and JK, come on. But one of them messaged me and was like, have you heard about Nath? I was like, what? I was like, yeah, he killed himself. Hung himself in jail. And I can just remember being in her kitchen. It was like, you know, in movies where it all goes weird and it's like all my world was just crumbling around me. I was like, wait, what? I was like, Nath's dead. Same as like Gilly. Guy's the G, bro. How is he dead? What the fuck are you talking about? He's not fucking dead. How can he be dead? No one can kill him, bro. He's the guy. What do you mean he's dead? Like dead? Sorry, I shouldn't make like little crack ups, but I have to make jokes because otherwise I'll fucking cry, do you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, he's dead, mate, he's gone. I was like, I can't fucking believe it, bro. And it's like, when you fully understand the potential of this kid, when you fully understand who Nathan was as a person, the guy was like superhuman, bro. Like, he was not of this world. Like, people who don't really know him would be like, nah, what are you on about? My man was a fucking asshole, or not an asshole, but he was always in trouble or whatever, do you know what I mean? But it's like, bro, you didn't know him. I'd never seen this kid touch something that he couldn't do. Like that, firsthand. Like, the whole reason I IMC is because of him. The first day I met him was in Year 8 Science, Mr. Elvin's class. I'm sat there. There's a kid sat next to me. He's fucking about with his teeth. And I'm thinking, who's this fucking weirdo they've put me next to? Because in Year 7, you're in your form for every class. When you get to Year 8, they break you up with other forms. So I'm with this kid that I don't know. He's picking his teeth. Next thing you know, he's got train tracks, you know, like the wires, and he's just gone ping, 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 and he's ripped the whole fucking wire off. He's like, have I got anything in my teeth? And he's got all the glue stuck to his fucking teeth. I'm like, who is this nutter, bro? I was like, who the fuck is that me next to? Anyway, ADHD is fucked, do you know what I mean? I've got ADHD, but this kid was off the wazoo. He's like, do you know how to MC? And I'm some little country bumpkin. I'm from fucking Kingham, mate. I don't know what no fucking MCing is. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, yeah. And he give me a tape. He's like, listen to that. So I text the tape home and it was MC Nats and like End Zone or something, like bare hard style. I was like, I didn't like it. I didn't understand it. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Because if you don't know who Nats is, his voice is very deep and very hard to understand if you don't know what you're listening to. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was like, Then he was like, oh, try this one. He gave me another tape. DJ Stats and MCLT. DJ Psy on the back. Bro, I rinsed that tape, bro. That tape was fucking crazy. My hood's bodied up with plywood. Bent out cars and there's kids on prescribed drugs. Wielding scaff bars, stealing fast cars. What can I say, you little thieving bastards? I'm the master. I'm a rebel MC, I cause disaster. Got the devil in me, I'm coming at ya. I'll be there when you sleep, I'm gonna capture. I'm after your prisoner dreams, cause my hood's bodied up with plywood. Like, bro, that was it. I was hooked. Went to Dave's house that weekend, he got the decks out. Give me the mic. And I just did MCLT lyrics because I didn't have any lyrics of my own. And then eventually started writing my own ones, started doing my own lyrics, and we used to like bunk off school. We'd stand in register in the morning, leave, walk to his fucking nana's. So if you're from Hull, we used to walk from Preston to Lely. Walking. No bike, nothing. Walking, bruv. Get there, crack the fucking beers open, get a bacon sarnie on the George Foreman, and then spend all afternoon just rapping, his DJing. Then we'd take the tape, make a couple copies, and then take it back to school and shot it. Sign in for last register, fuck off home, and no one even knew we'd left the school, do you know what I mean? And it's like, this guy got me into this, so it's like, he would be so fucking happy to see, like, the Kilo Cartel and things like this, do you know what I mean? Like, he would be so gassed with this, he would love it. And it's like, I can't even show him it, bro. I can't even blow up and give him a job so that he's got somewhere safe that he doesn't have to fuck about and worry about going working on site, or because he used to be a plasterer, so I used to do whatever job they give him. To be fair, I used to fucking do all sorts for the site, and now he's not here. And it's like, there's so much I could say about him, do you know what I mean? Like, this is the first time that I've looked at the thing and been like, this is a long episode, this is like 45 minutes long, so it might be an hour long, this episode. But they deserve it, do you know what I mean? Like, I miss my boys, bro. Like, some of these people, the people, don't get twisted, I know good people now, like, big up my boy Eddie. But, like, some of the people that I've come across, I mean, like, you're not a fucking, you couldn't hold these lots fucking knickers, do you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't put a candle to them, like, it's just like, it's always mad. I always think, like, why is it me? Why am I left? Like, why am I not dead? Because the life I lived was crazy. Like, how the fuck I'm not dead, I don't know. But it's like, I've got to immortalise this lot, do you know what I mean? And live on in their memory. And that's why I can't quit the music, because Nathan's not here. Like, Nathan didn't get the chance to turn his life around. Do you know what I mean? I did. I woke up one day, I had like, how old was I? It must have been about 25 when I went to university. So about 24 years old. And I had like an epiphany, like, I nearly died. Like, it was bad. I had like a hit rock bottom moment. And I overdosed like for like nearly a week. Like, I didn't overdose like on Pulp Fiction, where she's like, ugh. I was like in bed shaking, like being sick, just dying. I was dying. That's the top and bottom of it. It was more than an overdose. I don't know what I'd done to myself. I do, but I don't know. Like, it was peak. I was in bed for a week, man. My mum thought I was gonna die. It was bad. And then when I came out of it, it was like, it woke me up. Just woke me up to who I was and what I was doing in my life. And then I remember I was like off work, I was on sick. I didn't know what depression was. I didn't know about all this mental health stuff. And then the doctor signed me off and was like, "You're depressed." They gave me these happy pills. And I can remember being at work when I came back to work, and I felt this weird feeling, this weird sensation. And I was like, I haven't felt that since I was a child. And it was happiness. I hadn't felt happiness, like true, real happiness. I know what I was feeling was chemically enhanced because of the antidepressants, but I never felt happiness like this. Not like this, but I hadn't felt happiness for so long, bro. I was so unhappy, and I was like, yo, the whole fucking country must be feeling like this, bro. You must be going through this right now and not even know. You could do with having a dose of the antidepressants just to wake you up and be like, oh shit, this is what it's supposed to feel like. Because I'm fucked. Do you know what I mean? And I remember being at work, like, bearing in mind, I hated work. I hated having a job. And when I first got this job, I got the job because I'd been sacked from my other job, and I managed to get into this job. And I didn't want to speak to no one. I was fat. I'm fat right now, but I was fat. I was drugged up. I was a mess. Do you know what I mean? Didn't speak to no one. I went myself. Do you know what I mean? I was a muppet. I was just a little waste man. Didn't speak to no one. On these happy pills, mate. I remember that first week back, I was like the fucking Wolf of Wall Street, bro. I was high-fiving motherfuckers on the calling floor. I was doing this and that on the fair. I was like, I'm a G, man. I was like, I'm back. What the fuck was I feeling sorry for? What was I feeling sad about? Fucking hell. And that was when I saw the quote, work a job you'll love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I was like, alright, cool. Because at the time, sorry, I keep touching my nose. Well, I'm ill in a minute. And I was like, I don't know what I like. I don't know what I'm good at. And at the time, I was still a wreckhead. I don't drink really anymore, but I was a wreckhead at the time. So I was like, what can I do with a hangover? What can I do with a come down? What can I do like when I wake up and still roll into work? And I was like, I'm not too bad at photography. I'm alright at photography. I can take photos. Fuck it, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go be a photographer. So I ended up sorting my shit out and I went to uni. But I've skipped some shit, do you know what I mean? Excuse me. I'm going off on a tangent talking about me, but I was supposed to be talking about Nath. And it's like, I went to Ibiza, lived in Ibiza for a bit, and then I came home, and I went to Preston University, UCLan, and I went to UCLan, and I did 4 years there, did first year foundation, because I didn't have any GCSEs like that, or A-levels that would get me in there, do you know what I mean? So I had to do the foundation year, did that, and then I did photography, and then I did that, and I graduated. And I created China White, and eventually created Kilo Co, and became Kilo Co. But it's like, I got my chance to turn my life around. Do you know what I mean? I nearly fucked it. Like, I'm still not there yet. In terms of like financial things, I'm so far behind all the people that started work at 16s on apprenticeships, and my mates who have worked at the same company for 15 years. Like, I'm so far behind all of those people, it's ridiculous. I don't have a car, don't have a house, I live in a fucking bando. Like, people don't believe me, this is a bando. If you know Leighton, this is a real life bando. Like, outside there's mad shit going on. Not in here, because I don't stand for it. If it comes to my door, the machete comes out, do you know what I mean? But that's another story for another day. So I managed to sort my life out. Nate didn't get that chance, but... And I know that if I still had him alive, bro, if he was still fucking here now, and I get this shit off the ground, I could just go and get him and be like, you work for me now. You're working for me. There's 5 bills a week. Just shut the fuck up and stay out of fucking jail. Stay out of trouble. Give you something to do, like, creative. Here's the decks. Be my DJ. Do you know what I mean? Like, anything. Just... Because he would have loved all this shit, bro. He'd have fucking loved this shit. And it's like, I have to do it in his name. I can't quit. This is why I can't quit. Because he can't. He can't start. So it's like, what do I look like if I quit? Do you know what I mean? If I just knock this on the head now and be like, I'm not doing this no more, I don't feel like it's working. Bro, I've got to do this till the day I die. I can't stop. I have to get it off the ground or die trying. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's how on earth. Odgie. Fucking rascal, man. I can still see his smile now, man. That fucking daft grin he used to do, bro. I fucking miss that kid. I love you, bro. I love you, Nev. He was my best friend, bro. He was my boy. He was my boy for real, bro. I'm not even finished with the list, bro, and we're in fucking 50 minutes. That's crazy. This is going to be an hour video, man. I'm sorry, you lot. I hope you enjoy it. Next on the list is Ruben. Again, absolute fucking diamond of a kid. If you know Ruben from back home, you know what a G Ruben is. That was my brother, man. And I met him at the job where I was depressed. I got sacked from it. I met him, this is how good of a friend he is. I met him in training, and then I got sacked 2 days into the job, do you know what I mean? And stayed friends with him. He was a fucking legend, bro. Good kid. Proper solid youth, man. Like, he was a really, really good DJ and producer as well. He used to do D&B. Like, I fucking wish he was still alive, bro. Because he'd be smashing it right now. Especially with, like, the way that social media is and things now. He would absolutely be killing it, do you know what I mean? But it's like, I fucking missed that youth, man. He was a good guy, man. I remember attending to his house with my mate Bozza one time. Absolutely out our heads on acid. I was saying to Bozza, you know him? You went to school with him? Bozza's going, I fucking didn't. He was like, I know everyone from my school. I didn't go to school with a black lad called Ruben. I was like, you did. He's like, I fucking didn't. Anyway, we got to Ruben's house. I said, Ruben, tell this fucking idiot what school you went to. He goes, he went, I went to Hornsey. I went, what? Because my mate went to Kelvin. He's like, I went to Hornsey. I went, nah, I went because you know my man. He went, yeah, I'm just mates with him. I didn't go to his school. I was like, fucking hell. I was like, sorry, mate. I thought you fucking went to school with him. I brought this random guy round to your house and we're both off our heads. I brought this guy round and fucking you don't even know him. But Ruben was a fucking good lad, man. I miss that kid, man. He's a good boy, bro. Because there's not many people that you actually meet that are genuine people, do you know what I mean? Like, when you fucking shake their hands, when you dap them up, when you... Do you know what I mean? You feel that fucking connection, like proper gadgets, do you know what I mean? Through and through. And again, I don't want to speak his business, do you know what I mean? But this and that happened, things got a bit mad. And it felt like the only way out was to hang himself. Like, I love that kid, man. He was a good fucking boy. Real good boy. Do you know what I mean? Proper fucking lad. Again, someone ain't gonna reach their max potential, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, right now as well, he would have killed it. Especially with his streaming shit. He already had all the setup at his house. He was already producing everything. All he had to do was put a couple cameras there. He's fucking gone, mate. That's what it comes on to my next one. Now, the next person is not... I don't want to say he's not a friend, because he is a mate. He's alright. He's a good lad, do you know what I mean? But he's my older more than anything. If anything, he would probably think I'm a geek, do you know what I mean? He's cooler than me. And that's Morgan. Rob Morgan. DJ Morgan from Horizon. I looked up to him a lot, I can't lie. Like me, Daz. I think me and Daryl Sumpton. Mikey Longman. Who else? Like Shane. Fucking Jimmy. Like, big up to Ella. Big up to fucking Bunsey. Who else was there, like, in the Horizon crew? Tomo C, Champ. Fucking hell, who else was there? I forget everybody's names, you know what I mean? But, like, Rob Morgan, again. Like, I looked up to Rob Morgan. Like, I'm not so much of a fucking egotistical man that I can't say, oh, I looked up to him. Because he was my older. Like, he was, like, the anti-bully. Like, I remember him fucking... I won't say his name, but he battered somebody before because they were being a muppet, do you know what I mean? And it's like... We all looked up to Morgan. Like, he didn't fuck about either, do you know what I mean? Like, we were all a bit scared of him a bit, do you know what I mean? Because he was an act cunt and he was fucking big lad, do you know what I mean? But he was fair. He was a good boy, do you know what I mean? He was a fucking good... a good dad. And it's like... when you see people that like legends in Hull, like this guy was a legend. Horizon was a big rave, bro. We looked up to him as visualized. We looked up to Horizon. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to say we was in competition with him because them they was on like their own level. They was older than us, so we was looking up to him, trying to be like him. Do you know what I mean? And it's mad when I found out that he'd killed himself because I was like, fucking hell, bro, you was a strong dude, bro. Like, sometimes you look at people and you're like, he's more of a man than I am. Like, he's more manly than I am. Or, do you know what I mean? And he was like, bro, how the fuck did you do it? How did you? No, you're too much of a G to do that. You're, no, like, what the fuck? And it's like, I don't want to speak on his business either, but this is the seriousness of people being kept from their kids. I'll be honest. Like, when you're kept from your kids and you're not allowed to see your kids, like me personally, I mean, it's happening right now. I can't see my nieces at the minute, and it's like, it hurts, but I'm dealing with it better than the first time it happened, because the first time it happened when my nieces got took from me, I cried every day for 2 weeks. I'm not even lying. Every day I burst into tears at some point thinking about them little girls. Because I fucking miss them. I love them kids like they're my own, do you know what I mean? I'd die for them. I'd do anything for them, do you know what I mean? They're my babies, my babbas, my little besties. They're my two favourite people on the planet. I hang out with them probably more than my own mates, do you know what I mean? I would rather hang out with them than my own mates. Like, when everyone goes raving, I'm like, I'll stay at home and babysit. I'll give a fuck, me, you, the dog, we fucking sound, do you know what I mean? We have a screen. And they're not even my youths, do you know what I mean? So imagine if I was the dad and I couldn't see him. Like, I don't know how you... Because when I was younger, I used to have friends that couldn't see their kids. But because I was a selfish cunt, because when you're on road and when you're a shotter and when you're a druggie and when you're just doing dickhead things, you don't care about anything, do you know what I mean? You haven't got a conscience, really. So I'm like, I can't relate to my man missing his kids. Was fucking, so what, bro? Let her look after him. You can come get on it with us, we dickhead. It's not right, is it? What's right is being there for your kids and looking after your kids. And it's like, if someone stops it and takes them away from you, fucking hell, man. But again, like I said, I don't want to talk people's business because I'm just hearing, this is just what I got told. It might not be true, I don't know. I'm just giving you a bit of context. But I can imagine if that was the reason, do you know what I mean? I can imagine why having your kids took off you and not being able to see you is deep one, man. And it's like, he will always be remembered. Like, he was a legend, bro. Like, I loved that guy. Like, he was a G. Like, I honestly looked up to him and the rest of them, do you know what I mean? MCLT, Morgan, MC Space. Who else did I look up to? I looked up to Tom O.C. a bit as well, to be fair. I'm going to mention him in a minute because his friend is actually on this list. So, in fact, because we're nearly getting up to an hour, I'm going to go into the next one. So, these next three lads, I knew them, but just through in passing, they weren't close to me like my brethren that I've just spoke about. Like, for example, there's a kid called Burrows. Like, I won't say what his nickname used to be because I know for a fact he didn't like his nickname. So I'm not going to disrespect the dead by calling him what we all used to call him because that's out of order. But his name was Burrows, Callum Burrows. And we used to knock about with Burrows again. I like Burrows. He was a good kid. Like, again, the rest of us, we're all little scallywags, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's a scallywag. So it's like, he's just another scallywag, like, just off West Hull. And, like, some of my West Hull mates, that's how I knew him through them lot. But we used to all go to under 18s together. So they'd be like me, Nath, Josh, Liam, JK, Mussons, Sunny Boy, fucking Burrows, Powders. Who else used to be there? Rhodesy, fucking hell. Just bare people used to go under 18s. But Burrows, I think I know how he died, but because I'm not certain, I don't want to say too much. He passed away, do you know what I mean? Let's leave it at that. Good lad. Bit of a sad life. But again, I'm not here to speak on people's business, do you know what I'm saying? And that goes on Burrows and Jude. Jude was one of... I used to have a mate called Roxanne. It was her big brother. And Jude, again, someone that I looked up to. Not just on the DJ scene, because he was a DJ. was on road as well because he wasn't a geek. Do you know what I mean? He was a bad boy. Like he hung around with all the bad boys from West Hull. You know what I mean? They all know each other. So it was like we, as youngers, we would look up to him. Do you know what I mean? And it was like I remember him and Tom OC, like they were just like a duo. Do you know what I mean? Like Tom MC, Jude DJ, and like their lives just became unraveled. Like I don't want to go too much into things because Tomo is in like recovery now and he's doing well. I hope. I haven't spoken to him for a minute, but again, I looked up to these kids. Do you know what I mean? Like Tomo C's one of the best MCs in Hull, bro. Born and bred, no further home, but contest this. You be 6 feet under. Click clack, sound of the gunshot, leaving all you plastic MCs to rot. Slit your wrist vertically, there's no going back. So be ready for that rhythm when we drop that chat. Lock and load. Lock and load. Like, bro, the first time I heard them bars, I was like, who the fuck is this kid, bro? And it was like, those two, they need like their own, like, Thomas should do a video about them two because their story is crazy, bro, and it's not my place to talk on it, do you know what I mean? Like, but again, another good kid, talent up the wazoo, and it's just gone. Like, it's fucking gone, man, and it's sad because it's like, these are people's brothers, these are people's sons, grandsons, like, and bearing in mind, like, I'm 37 this year? I'm 37 in like a couple of weeks. And I still feel young, do you know what I mean? So it's like, some of these men died 10 years ago. Like, they've been dead for a minute. I think Morgan is the most recent one who passed away. And it's just fucking deep, man. And then the last one, I don't know this guy, but out of respect for my friend JK, I'm going to mention his name. His name was Butcher. And I know that this hits JK because it's his close brethren, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's his boy. Same way like me and Nath, like JK was close with Butch, do you know what I mean? And it's like, I didn't know Butch, but I knew of him because I know his friends. I know kids from Sid Smith. I know kids from Wolferton. I know kids from fucking David Lister. I know kids from Marvel. Basically every school in Hull, I know somebody, or I know someone from a certain area. So it's like, that's them lot, like, they're like Anlaby way, like Anlaby sides. And I think, if I'm right, I think he got knocked off his bike. I'm not too sure because he has a bench. I think either where it happened or I don't know if it's just to remember him or whatever. But it's like, he died real young. Like, he died before all of these lot. Him and Rowley probably passed away around about the same time. I think Rowley died first. And then it was Carlos and then Butcher. Or maybe Butcher then Carlos, I can't remember. But it's like, I just wanted to chuck him in here because it's nice, do you know what I mean, to be remembered. And like, hopefully, when I blow up, this will fucking pop off and there'll be fucking people all around the world that will know his name, do you know what I mean? And it will be remembered forever. It's going to be remembered forever anyway because like, even, like JK was sat on his bench the other day, like, smoking a zoot, like, so he's still got people that go see him and check for him and stuff, which is nice, do you know what I mean? I like that shit. And it's like I said, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 young souls, man. Gone. But not forgotten. Never forgotten, do you know what I mean? I can't believe I just spoke for an hour. I mean, I can because I love all these people, do you know what I'm saying? In some way, shape or form. Like, I got love for them, I got respect for them. Like, big up everybody, do you know what I mean? Big up the families, big up everyone. Like, and when I make it and I blow up, if anybody from these families see this and you need help with anything, you can always shout me, do you know what I mean? I'm only a message away. But I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go check out my slow cooker because I put some beef in it this morning at about 8 o'clock and it is now 8:45, so it's been in for 12 hours. And yeah, man, if you watched this all the way through, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to learn about my friends and listen to their stories, you know what I mean? And just remember them with me, because that's all we can do, innit? Yeah, I'm gonna get off here before I start getting emotional. Thank you for watching this. If you watched it all the way through, I appreciate you. Big up to all my brethren that are gone. Big up to everybody that's left. I love you all, even the kids that I don't see anymore. Any of my mates that are in jail right now, like any of my mates who are just fucked right now, like I'm thinking of you, do you know what I mean? And I hope you see this and I hope it inspires you to get, it's never too late to bring things back. You know what I mean? It's never too late. It's never too late to fix things. If you've got problems with your family members, or you've got a problem with drugs or gambling or whatever, if you're in an addiction, if you fucked off your fucking kids and your missus or whatever the fuck it is you're going through, if you watch this video, just take this advice and go and fix it, because you don't know when the next time you might, not the next time you might, but the last time you might say goodbye to somebody. Do you know what I mean? You might even not get to say goodbye to them. So just hold your loved ones close, man, and love each other, man, and just be there for each other. That's all I want to say. My name is Kilo Co. This is my friends. You are the audience. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace. It's Kilo.